Is it just me? Or does the world seem kind of crazy at the moment, you know? So many things going on every day for everyone. And it's pretty easy to get stressed out about it. So today I'm going to make a video on the 6 things that I do every day to help myself not go insane. Number 1, stop watching the news, if you can. I know it's hard, but it is really not good for our health, you know. Well, it hasn't helped mine. Every time I watch the news, I feel like crap and angry, you know, because really the news is always bombarding us with bad news. It's rarely any good news, and it just leaves you feeling so crappy and often angry, you know, because there are a lot of things going on in the world that we don't want to see happening anymore. We're sick of it, you know, be it the cost of living crisis, the housing crisis, the war. You know, there's just so many reasons to feel like crap. And I will admit, I am a curious little creature and I legit love watching the news because I just want to know what's going on. Like, there's a big part of me that just wants to know. But I noticed that I was getting into this almost like an addiction where I needed to, you know, what's on the news? And I just started to say to myself, look, this is not healthy, okay, because it would just leave me feeling worse. And we don't need that, okay? So that's number 1 I've got rid of. Number 2, you really gotta protect your peace, okay? And if that might mean cutting some things out, you know, of your life or certain people. You just got to. Sometimes, you know, people who aren't healthy for you to be around, and that could even be family, it could be anyone, it could be the cat down the road. If you're starting to notice that it's just a person is starting to drain you to the point where it's starting to affect your mentals, I think you need to maybe have some distance or be a little bit more, you know, in control of who you want to talk to. So, you know, that might mean saying, look, I'm too busy right now. If you get a call, I'll talk to you another time. I'm busy, whatever. Because sometimes we just need some space, okay? And protecting your peace, whatever that means to you, I think that is priority because we've all got a lot going on in our lives, and anything that's creating you to lose your peace, you need to do something about that and do it quick. Number 3, keep life simple. You know, we often complicate it, and I have always lived by the keep life simple motto, you know, and that can mean just having less stuff or doing less things, not overcomplicating things. We could be talking about cooking a dinner. Sometimes we like to, you know, make a great looking dinner when we have guests over or something, but if it's too much for you, you just do what you can. It's the same with my house. This is another one, but my house is small and I don't have a lot of stuff. I don't have a lot of furniture. My garden is pretty low-key, easy to maintain. My social life is pretty small. I only hang out with my family. I don't have friends. I don't have a lot of hobbies. So I just prefer to keep life simple. Don't overcomplicate it, you know. Less is more. Less doing sometimes is actually what we need. You know, at the end of the day, we are human beings, not human doings. And I think sometimes doing less gives ourselves time to rejuvenate and, recharge the batteries. So I think we're up to number 4. Read more books. You might not be a book reader, but I find that you get so much value after you read a good book. You'll find that you get way more information. You just get more value out of reading a book than doom scrolling, on your social media platforms. Now, I haven't been reading books for a while. It's been because I've been on the damn phone too much and busy, but I am now making it a priority that this year I'm going to read more books. And you'll find the book that just screams at you. You go into a bookshop and, when you need that book, it basically shows itself to you. And if you feel like this book that you see is going to help you, just grab it, because often it is going to help you. Reading books is great for your mental well-being. So we're up to number 5. My 5th tip on trying to keep sane in this crazy world is don't worry about the small stuff. Don't worry about things in life that you can't control. There's a lot of things we can control in our life, but then there's a ton of stuff that we can't control. And there's no point wasting your time and energy worrying about things that you have no control over. And, I could go on about what those examples could be, but I think you know yourself what's out of your control. The future, for instance, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We've only got the present moment now. Like, there's no history and there's no future. We've just got now. You just worry about what's happening now. It's easy to worry about the future. I do it too. Like, everyone kind of low-key does. It might be worrying about, what you're gonna do tomorrow, or, what work's gonna be like. We do all have plans, and to have plans and things we need to do is, in a way, thinking of the future. But thinking about things that could happen, might happen, I don't think they're really worth our time anymore. They just give us way more stress and way more anxiety. And who needs that? So now I'm up to my last, the 6th tip for keeping sane in a crazy world. And this is a very simple one, but it is appreciate the small things in life, like nature. What's around me now? Just beautiful nature. It's free and it's real. This is where the truth is in nature. If you want to know the truth, just have a look at the trees, go for a walk. There's no one complaining here. This is the small things in life, just going for a walk, having a bath, enjoying your meal tonight. These are small things that some people don't even have. And I think just appreciating every little thing that you have around you, every person that loves you. It could be your pets, your family, cat down the road. Just appreciate what you've got, and always try to find gratitude. And, I'm 51 as well. So each hour, each day, I'm lucky to be here, and that's all we really can do. When things get hard, is just try to protect your peace and try and stay sane. So if this video resonated with you today, I'd love to hear how you cope when times are stressful. Love to hear your comments, and it's been lovely having you here with me today. Thanks for watching. Try and stay sane, and I'll see you in the next one.